I hope you like nonsense because that's all that was on the menu at St. James's Park today as Arsenal lose 1-0 up in the northeast of England. The referees put in an absolute disgraceful performance. Let's get into it. Good afternoon, my peoples, and welcome back to the Counterattack. Hope you and yours are doing very, very well today. It's one of our most toughest away trips. We go up to the northeast, up to Tyneside. It's Newcastle away, my people. You already know what it is. And I looked at the lineups and oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the injury bug has hit us, my people. No Odegaard. He's out due to not being fit or something like that. Emile Smith-Rowe, he's out as well. Knee injury. Arteta said he's going to be out for at least a few weeks. Tomiyasu starts, Havertz starts, Jorginho starts. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I hope that's enough in the midfield to match Newcastle's physicality. Guimaraes, Longstaff, and Joe Linton are going to come for us, so we need to come for them, my people. You just know Newcastle, we're going to start with the bullshit, with the nonsense, with the physicality early on, my people. And Newcastle, in the first about 3 minutes, they start very well, very aggressive, and they fashion a half chance within 30 seconds. But the defense deals with that, and they will need to continue to do so all match long. If Newcastle thought they were going to bully us, they had another thing coming. We've done well to match Newcastle's physicality, at least in the opening 15 minutes. They're trying to bully us, trying to threaten us, but honestly, we're handling it very, very well, beating them back, and we're pressuring their goal in the first 15 minutes. No breakthrough yet, but I like what I'm seeing in this first half. Because of the febrile nature of the St. James's Park crowd, the referee, he must be a strong person. He must have a strong core, a steadfast will. But this referee, unfortunately, did not. Oh boy, the referee, an absolute coward performance today. Cowardly. I hate to see it. He's being led around by the St. James's Park crowd like a loyal hound, just doing whatever they want. I hate to see it. Dan Burn. Let's talk about Dan Burn for a second, my people, because there were at least 2 or 3 fouls that all of them should have been yellow cards, and the referee does absolutely nothing. I believe Dan Burn would leave the game with injury with not a yellow card to his name. No idea what this ref is doing. The nonsense with Dan Burn was only an appetizer for the full meal of nonsense that was coming up very, very soon. And on about, I can't even remember the time, sometime in the middle or later in the first half, Havertz, he riles up the crowd with a yellow card. It was a yellow card. It's a moderately hard tackle. But the Newcastle crowd crying like a bunch of babies as per usual. And in the aftermath of that, actually, 3 Newcastle players get booked for argumentative behavior or, defiance or whatever they want to call it these days. But a few minutes later, this referee and the VAR, they show their ass again, my people. Again. Can you believe this nonsense? Bruno Guimaraes, first of all, he goes in with a 2-footed challenge half-heartedly that he completely misses, then gets up and runs over to Jorginho, and after the ball has already left, it's already gone, he punches him in the back of the head with his forearm. It is the very definition of a red card. I have no idea what this referee is doing. The VAR sees absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm livid. Absolutely livid. This is madness. We always knew this was going to be an emotional and hard-fought match up at St. James's Park for the Arsenal. No goals in that first half. But the referee and the VAR already losing control. You can see it. We've been the better team in that first half, had the better of the half chances. I don't think Pope had to make any really, really hard saves, but we've been the better team. Tomiyasu, he's been class. Rice has been class. Tomiyasu especially. I love him as a player. Since his injury troubles, he has evolved, and he has done the inverted left back role so well. Jorginho's been good as well today, and honestly, it should have been a red card on Guimaraes for the assault on the back of his head. The violent conduct and assaults will continue until morale improves, my people. You already know what it is. The second half starts, and the nonsense, it just keeps on rolling down the tracks. We absolutely love when the nonsense comes, don't we, my people? Callum Wilson. What is this man doing? 2 instances where he at least should have gotten a yellow card. He leaves the pitch later on. No yellow card at all. Absolutely ridiculous. Callum Wilson and Bruno Guimaraes get away with more violent conduct, my people. This referee, an absolute charlatan. I believe Callum Wilson, after committing a foul 2 seconds before, then goes on Saliba, I think, then goes and slaps Gabriel in the throat. No yellow card, no VAR review, nothing. The longer that we did not get the breakthrough in this second half, we knew that Newcastle would grow in confidence. All they really need is one goal, and then you know they're going to go back into their cowardly low block. And on 64 minutes, here comes the most ridiculous, disgraceful goal I have seen in quite some time, my people. Newcastle breakdown in transition. It looks like the danger has gone away as the ball sort of spins out toward the corner flag, toward the end line. And I do believe the ball just fractionally went out. But oh boy, that would not be the end of the nonsense. It would not be the end of the nonsense. Because here we go. After Newcastle allegedly keep the ball in, they cross it in. And on the cross, there is 100% a foul from Joe Linton on Gabriel. You can see it. It's so obvious. Gabriel, he can't jump for the ball, nor can he get to the ball after it ricochets around in the box, because Joe Linton, as he jumps, puts both hands on Gabriel's back, pushes off, and jumps up. That's how he wins the ball. It's a foul. But that's not it. Here comes the third infraction that VAR and the referee just didn't see. Because I believe it's Gordon. Because Raya is ahead, Gabriel counts as the keeper. Gordon is behind the keeper. It comes off of Joe Linton. Gordon is offside. He's ahead of the keeper and he's ahead of the ball. It's an offside. Clear offside. But apparently the VAR couldn't do anything about it because they couldn't conclusively see that he was ahead of the ball. Nothing about being inconclusive with the ball going out, but I assume that was the case. But they say absolutely nothing about the foul on Joe Linton on Gabriel. VAR and the referees drop the ball. It's 1-0 to Newcastle. They do not deserve a completely lucky goal, and I am disgusted. Arteta knew that Eddie Howe and his cowardly team would go back into a low block after they get their goal on 65 minutes. So he sends on Zinchenko, he sends on Trossard, he sends on Vieira, and I was a little bit like, whoa, buddy, do we have any defenders left? But he knew what Newcastle were going to do. Unfortunately for us, that is the way the game ends. 1-0 loss up in the northeast of England. Our undefeated season comes to an, or at least in the league, comes to an end. After the goal, Newcastle retreated into their low block, as I said, and defended well. Our best period was in the first half, but we just did not capitalize. We aren't fashioning the most clear-cut chances ever this year. We've been much more solid defensively, but we're just not doing the business up top. So these half chances, these quarter chances that we're getting, we have to find a way of putting them away. And no real blame to anyone. I believe everyone played very, very well. Well, not, I don't know, but very well. But they gave it all today, and I would have been okay with a point out of this one. I think that's probably what we deserved, if not be for the referee's disgraceful performance. Newcastle goal was very, very lucky, but it is the referees and the VAR today which should be ashamed. Shamed. Thank you for sticking with me, my peoples. Please slap that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.